Rashi is my friend. Rashi studies in 8th standard. Rashi and I play chess. Doesn't it sound weird? Yeah, I'm repeating Rashi, Rashi, Rashi again and again. What if I say like Rashi is my friend? She studies in 8th standard. We play chess. Now it's perfect. So what we did, we replaced she, this which is called as a pronoun, and we with the noun Rashi. She replaced with Rashi and we replaced with Rashi and I. So these words which replaced a noun to avoid unnecessary repetition are called as pronouns. So today's topic is pronouns. So let's begin with this topic. We will know what are the different kinds of pronouns, how are they used. So let's begin.
So the pronoun is a word which replaces a noun to avoid its unnecessary repetition. Now there are different kinds of pronouns: personal pronouns, demonstrative pronouns, possessive, interrogative, reflexive, emphatic, indefinite, reciprocal pronouns. So let's see one by one all these pronouns. So first of all, personal pronouns. Now, personal pronouns refer to a specific person or object or a group of things. Now, I, we, her, him, they, us, etc. are the personal pronouns. Now, why are they called as personal pronouns? Because these pronouns denote the person. Now, there are three kinds of personal pronouns. First person, who is speaking, like I, we. Second person, the person being spoken to, that is you. And third person, the person being spoken about, he, she, it, or they. So these are the personal pronouns. They can be in the form of subject or object. Subjects are I, you, he, she, it, we, they, etc. So they are subjective personal pronoun. And objective, that is me, you, him, her, it, us, you, or them. Now, demonstrative pronouns. Now, demonstrative pronouns are the pronouns which help us to point at something or someone that are near or far from us. Now, for example, this is my pen. These are your books. That is my lost umbrella. So now here, this, when something is near, then we will use this or these for the plurals, and that is used which is far from us, and same way those will use for plural, that for singular and those for plural. Next, possessive pronouns. Now, possessive pronouns are those pronouns that indicate possession of a noun and they stand by themselves. For example, this pen is mine, that one is yours. This bike is hers and this one is his. So these mine, yours, hers, his, these pronouns show possession. So these are possessive pronouns. Next, come to interrogative pronouns. Now, interrogative pronouns means which are used to ask questions. For example, which is your pencil? Whom did you give the book? Who can help you? What is your problem? So these all are interrogative pronouns. Next, come to reflexive pronouns. Now, reflexive pronouns, these are also called as self pronouns. Now, self is added to now singular pronouns like him, my, your, it. And with plural pronouns like our, them, we use selves. And when the action done by the subject reflects upon the subject, we use reflexive pronoun. That is why they are called as reflexive pronoun, because when the action done by the subject turns back or reflects upon the subject, like he hurt himself, I baked this cake myself, they hid themselves behind a bush. Now here subject, when the object is the same as the subject, like he and himself, they are for same pronoun. Next, emphatic pronouns. These are also self pronouns and they are used to give emphasis to a person or thing that is mentioned in a sentence. So they are only used for sake of emphasis. Now, for example, I myself baked the cake. They themselves admitted their mistakes. Now here you will observe that the self pronouns are used soon after the pronoun, like they themselves, I myself, sorry. Next, indefinite pronouns. So these pronouns do not refer to any specific person, thing or amount. Means they refer to person or things in a general way. Like everybody enjoyed the concert. There was no one at home yesterday. They have lost everything in the earthquake. Now see reciprocal pronouns. Now reciprocal pronouns are those which are used to show that two or more people are doing the same thing. Like Raj and Rahul waved to each other. Now here there are two persons, so we use each other. And if there are more than two persons, like the children hugged one another. Now here there are more than two children, so we will use one another. Next is now relative pronouns. Now relative pronouns refer to a noun or a pronoun mentioned previously, and they also help to join sentences. Now its forms are like for persons, if it is subject we use who or that, and if it is object then we use whom or who, and possessive we use whose. Now for things we use which or that. That can be used for both living things and non-living things. So whether it is a subject or object, we can use which or that. And again, whose is used for possessive pronouns. Now its use is relative pronouns are used to introduce a relative clause, and relative clause gives some information about the noun they qualify. We have already learnt about relative clause in previous videos. Please just refer to that. Now let's see some examples. The moment which is lost forever. Now here we have used which for the moment. It is not a living thing, no? Same way, the book which you see on the table cost me 90 rupees. So we are talking about the book. Now which book? Now which cost me, which you see on the table cost me 90 rupees. So we are again referring to the same pronoun or same noun, the book. Now next example, this is the boy whose mother is a doctor. Now here whose is the relative pronoun because we are showing the possession, that this boy whose mother, no? So we will use whose here. Now she is the girl who got lost in the woods. Now just note down that for persons we use who, and for non-living things we use which. Okay, I hope it is clear.